and again.
No longer do I feel the probing gaze of the watcher. I am he who brought the dragon low, and o'er its bones raged the proud. Despite the magnitude of my fate, I was dissatisfied, and soared to greater heights. To thus did I come to know of the watching one. The being by whose many eyes and ears no one or thing in this world goes. As to the purpose with which they watch, I know not. Yet I divine one thing. This world has lain neath the watching one's unwavering gaze, ere I despaired at this discovery. For if all is but a stage, did that not render my hard-won glories? Why, 'twas all a farce, and I the fool. Do you understand, newest of gears? This, alas, though I cut down all who seemed full indeed, my efforts led only to my own ruin. I was dubbed the Mad Sovereign. By the hand, I can only assume that you have it. How else to explain the changes I sense in the world? Ah, what bitter gall that I can falter not, newest of the arisen. For your part and fading spirit I am.
I see you have returned, Arisen One. The Mad Sovereign has called, and if you would save the people of this world from ruin, for this place may chance to escape the coming
Making this place a refuge is a splendid idea. 'Tis safe and
The flow of time feels almost...
You would have ever since the fall of Mel. If there is safe harbor to be but I doubt I could convince that methinks your majesty would do better after the false sovereign vanished. If the people will heed anyone.
Maintaining order in Vermont must be quite a burden upon the young regentkin. Let us aid him however we may.
By your leave.
All my days were so tranquil.
if you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
Such quietude is a blessing.
So you've come. I'm glad to see you. Captain Brandt has already apprised me of your proposal. If truth be told, I had reached the same conclusion. So long as we cower within these walls. My ministers have approved the plans, and I have petitioned the encampments of the only remaining obstacle is my mother. I have tried to make her see reason, but of late, however, I cannot bring myself to leave my own mother behind. If I cannot convince her, I mean to remain. Now, there are a few matters I must attend to before we can evacuate. We will require several ox carts to carry the sick and aged. Might I prevail upon you to petition the merchant at the ox cart station? You may assure him that the royal treasury will foot any and all expenses.
Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves her chambers, and between you and me, I fear. Have you come to claim my life, Arisen? But I shall go to the grave with a smile. So do as you will. What are you doing? Unhand me at once! Guards, help me!
You have brought Mother to me. I see.
Sven.
You may leave us. Now that we can speak without a door twixt us, I know not what to make of this.
What's to be done about it?
Begone with you, ruffian. These cards are mine, and if you think I'll surrender, I require the use of all... What are you doing? Put that away. No! Spare me! I pray you! I fear for my life.
Well, reckon he won't be coming back here in a hurry. As a matter of fact, I'd like to thank you for that. It didn't sit right, see? Having my wares claimed by some... Anyhow, as long as I've... And if that craven comes crawling back...
They say a crisis reveals one's...
It's too quiet here. I'll break it about.
Ah, you've returned. How fares your procurement of those carts? You do. My thanks. That puts paid to the last of our preparations.
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my...
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Khalil, I am called my brother to... I learned the work others of your... Oh, but I cannot stay.
At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
I fear for the harbor. It seems there's far more at stake here. Very well.
There are more who can yet be saved.
We ought to choose our next destination based on the...
My friend, when word reached me of your uncanny... What has become of this world? We cannot be sure we will be safe. You think we need... I should gladly... Nonetheless, we can but try.
As arborist, Sir Taliesin is the leader of the Elven people. Let us follow our guide, that we might speak with him.
You have my support.
My duty, the Arbor Heart, she is called. She is nature's very heart. We have always lived in harmony with, yet, day by day, a special kind, called Gwif. Once, a dwarf, one now, do you know of this substance, if you find any?
You can always depend upon me to translate for you, Master.
In your tongue, it is called scale.
Now, scale cinder is a byproduct of the Batali smithing style.
If you see him on your journey, will you let me know?
Alana Firemine.
Ilem nun les canalen kalia lung.
Findernar, ne veo norwende lis kemen.
Kasinke telpi nun finaler. Nun karilm ilmen arkael.
Mornambue roth enfane avasil ruorne kemen malantar ingadu.
Kemenindor kanyan irils aldekar. Eteler le affermor eld...
I am afraid my father has closed his heart so tightly that even my words cannot reach him. If only the arbor heart were restored to health.
Lungtena peli telume. Ane marti. Kiriando an mein... Lungtena peli telume. On... Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur or... Alcarwa fir nun eldaya. Vanelin huror soron. So...
The elves have evacuated, leaving their ancestral home behind. But surely their survival is worth such a...
You've pushed your luck too far.
I'll not take that from you.
Pray calm yourselves, good people. I will have none of this squabbling.
So, Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who...
No, you don't understand. This is no time for the people of... But we shan't weather this calamity unless we can... Ah, Sir Arisen. With the world in such disarray, I could not stand to be... Thus did I return. To rent, I maintain order as best I can. But enough of my woes. What brings... You wish us to... After all, if we sit on our haunches, alas, the people of... But should we proceed, unheeding of their division, with every soul at their wits' end? As such, before we take any measures, I would... And should you encounter any discord, pray do aught you can to resolve. Such efforts will doubtless allow the evacuation to proceed. As for me, my work here is far from done.
'Tis no mere tavern brawl we are to mediate, Master. Due caution is advised, methinks.
I quite agree.
This ain't good. Stand and fight, you gutless wonder.
This can't be happening.
For the heavens are watching.
You're the one who started this.
I've had well enough. I reckon the world would be better off without...
Hit him harder!
This is it then.
Oi, you! Aye, leave off or...
Is that all you... I'll not stand!
Have you lost your bloody mind? Reckon you can just cut us? What's the matter with you?
Materials, eh? I shan't deny they have their uses.
You'll get what's coming to you. Oi! I saw it first.
Why must I share with a fangless one?
You there! You put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Is this some kind of joke? You can bluff.
I owe you thanks, stranger. This ought to be a lesson to me, as come to think of it.
Your response has proven their prejudice is faulty. I dare bury the hatchet anon.
Splendid.
You're just riding on your...
You slander my honor, sir!
This is no business of yours.
Now, Narbril. If we are to duel, otherwise who's to say the victor?
Aye, true enough. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this knave? He said my swordsmanship was...
It was your dear father's patronage that made you a sentinel, not your own
You have my gratitude, sir.
Have at you! How dare you interrupt a battle between...
Such humiliation shan't go... I ought to thank you.
Aye, consider your...
I was most surprised when you intervened in their duel. Did you aim to temper their pride by proving neither your equal?
That was certainly worthwhile.
Ah, Sir Arisen. The people of Batal are we shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to pray. Return to Empress Nadinia, and a pride heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought to be willing to commence the evacuation now.
By your leave.
The clouds encroach ever closer. It seems naught can be done to halt them now. Is there no way to prevent this fate?
Her Majesty has begun her supplications.
Stay your hand, Vera. Come hither. We would... One of our ministers informed... You have our gratitude. Your journey continues, does it not?
Pray excuse the interruption, Your...
Indeed. Forgive us, but we...
Back Batal and the rest town are now safely evacuated. I am certain we can rely upon Sir Manella to keep the peace.
That was certainly worthwhile. I'll go and open the chest.
The Batali Knights use this place to trade. You're not one of us, so I cannot imagine... Oh? Father, I dare say. If we... I think we're a bit short on hands. In fact, there's a blacksmith and his wife, the smith, Gustava. Well, suffice to say, Cleune should have naught to do with us, given the choice. I can only hope that she will be more... And while you're taking care of that,
I remember the blacksmith and his lady wife well. I only hope we can convince... Bye. Shall I escort you there, Master?
Well now, whatever brings you... You'd have us evacuate.
Now, I'll hear none of that. Besides, I should... After all that goodwill...
Oh, very well, my love, if you insist. Would you be so kind as to escort...
Let us see our charges to the encampment. But be mindful. The path seems much changed. Last we walked it.
Oh, that took nary a moment. Now that we're here, what did you have in mind, Arisen?
Would you be the Smith's wife, Cleuna?
Boy, cuz. How's life treating?
Well, here we are. How long before the evacuate?
Would you find Serena? Let him know that we'll wait here.
Sir.
How many times must I... Now bugger off and leave me alone.
Ah, good. I'm afraid there's another matter for which it concerns the fellow I was just speaking. The man's something of a regular. I sought him out to tell. I must confess. Could I prevail at this point? Methinks...
Sir Lamond is as mighty as 100 soldiers. It would be reassuring to have his aid. Shall we speak with him?
I quite agree. This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb. We ought to put it to good use.
Do you recall when I was a fighter? Fervently defending you with sword and shield.
Fancy meeting ye here, cuz. Not this. I'm here to live my life as I see fit. I'll not be ordered about by anyone. Not even ye. Oh, bollocks. Cool. Aye, fine. Can't say I'll be glad to leave this place be...
Sir Lamond shall be a boon to the evacuation effort.
I'd hasten home.
I cannot thank... We shall fare much better on the... 'Twill be slow going, yet come what may.
The people of Volcanic Island are evacuated. May they make it through the impending chaos intact.
This has gone from bad to worse.
Flee! Your lives are in jeopardy!
Go now! The magic will be unleashed any moment!
Careful, Master! We know not what to expect from this enemy!
Poison is a nasty affliction.
Thank you, friend. This place does not have long left. I'd gladly accompany... Follow me. You'll see what I mean. Captured pawns to work. They were supposed to be digging up old ruins or some such. I confess, I don't know all of the ins and outs of the operation. Underlings like myself were given orders, and little else, you see.
Look! Master, a treasure chest! We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Well, here you have it. They've been like this. They refuse to leave. I know they don't die like... I never wanted to be here. I suppose that's why I can't bring... At any rate, I've tried...
The command came a month ago or more. We are to remain here.
I implore you, Aris.
So they're staying here because they were ordered... And they told you that, did they? Strange. But never mind that. It was the Overseer's do. When the world changed, but on his way out, I expect that order of his is... Listen, friend. If the Overseer's command is indeed still in effect, use that key to have a look around. Best keep your eyes peeled for the Overseer as well.
Pawns need only obey the true Arisen. I suspect one...
It shan't open without the key. We must needs find the key.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Luxury technetics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
So the pawns were being held here by the power of this godsway. Now they ought to be free to make good their escape.
So, there was naught left of the overseer. I'll wager he thought he always was a spy. At any rate, I only hope they'll heed, but I'm not worried. I'll find a way to reach them in time, no doubt. My word, with this, now there's no chance of any of them. Seems I've no end of things to I appreciate all you've done here.
With this, their evacuation is all but assured. God's sways are loathsome artifacts, but I suppose they have their uses. I hope you slept well.
Uncountable created, only to be snuffed out like candles by the cold breath of oblivion. Eventually, the Great Will tired of witnessing this. It sought to overturn oblivion by granting unto it a role, a duty, an identity. I speak of the dragon. Great will does the dragon create a cycle, allowing it to forestall the end of this world time and time again. Yes, there is. This world has been safeguarded by the dragon. You yourself were chosen to form a part of this cycle. The Arisen is selected by the Great Will to play the role of the dragon's counterpart. That is how this world is built. The dragon serves to continue the cycle, and the Arisen exists to oppose it. This is the true meaning of the dragon's oath. Once, everyone in this world had a role to play. For a well-crafted tale has no excess. rejecting your own duty in this world, you have robbed all others of a chance to fulfill the roles they will assign. The pawns are no exception. Born of the infamous Troféu, they granted the role of aiding the perpetuation of the cycle. Yet, left to the dragon, that role has been unwritten. Only nothingness awaits the man. And there is
I am no longer a mere vessel. Your great will has imbued me with a lesser will of my own. Will is power. 'Tis the means to shape the world as one desires. Master!
Oblivion fades. This tale's end has been unwritten. My heart, it aches. A new world comes. A new tale is set to unfold. Yet, it seems I will not be there to watch it.